Dream work with the Shem angels, cranking up the heat. Hello everyone, this is Taliesin McKnight. Thank you for joining me today. Today, this is something that I've been kind of hinting at a little bit here along. Dream work. This is very useful for spirit work, and also could be very useful for self-knowledge. And dream work could also be considered a type of gateway to full out-of-body experiences. So full out-of-body experience. Dream magic is something that's very ancient. You can go back to the sleep temples in ancient Egypt. You could look throughout the grimoire tradition and the Greek magical papyri, the PGM, from late antiquity. You look throughout the grimoire tradition. Dream magic is something that's always existed, probably well before written history, but it's found throughout the magical literature. So you can go to the Greek magical papyri, you can go through the grimoire writings, and then different cultures around the world work with dreams. Dreams could be worked with to communicate with spirits or for all kinds of things. And it's something that's found in different pagan traditions, and yet also it's biblical also. Communication with angels or other spirits in dreams. Now there's a very simple part of this technology, which is the spirit sigil. So the sigil of the spirit is like a personal signature. The sigil of the spirit serves as a magical link. Oftentimes with folk magic or various forms of magic, the magical link is a link to a target, or so, let's say you're trying to do some type of work to help someone. You may pluck a hair from their head. You may have an object that belongs to the person. The thing about spirits is we don't have an angel hair. So the sigil has served throughout magical history. The sigil of a spirit has been a way to work with a particular spirit. And this is what you find in the Divine Kabbalah, which is a dream magic text in particular associated with the Shem angels, the 72 angels of the Shem HaMephoresh. And the basic method outlined in the Divine Kabbalah is to do what we do in these videos, which is to follow the sun through the tropical zodiac, follow the sun through the degrees of the zodiac. According to Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the 72 Shem angels govern the 72 quinaries, or 5 degrees each of the zodiac. So the Divine Kabbalah suggests that when the sun enters those degrees, work with that Shem angel while you sleep. There doesn't seem to be any aspect to particular hour. There's no planetary hours here. It's not following the weird 20-minute cycle given by Lenain and the science of the Kabbalah. The dream magic method outlined in the Divine Kabbalah, it's whenever you go to sleep. That's the time. It's sleep whenever you go to sleep. Okay? So the basic method is to have the sigil of the angel or spirit. What I would recommend is to wave the sigil in incense smoke, because that's found, like the Key of Solomon is all about holding the talisman in the incense smoke while reciting the Psalms or whatever. And then if you look at the magical literature over time, even in the Picatrix, the waving the talisman in the incense smoke. You know, Christopher Warnock goes into this in his astrological magic course. It's very simple to wave a talisman in incense smoke. But here it serves as a type of magical link. So what you do is you take the sigil of the Shem angel and you wave it in some incense smoke. I recommend a mixture of frankincense and myrrh. You could use whatever you like. Wave the sigil of the spirit in the incense smoke, and then place it under your pillow. And then write down any kind of dreams that may occur. So that's the basic method. sigil of the Shem angel or sigil of the spirit. It could be applied to any spirits, although I would be careful what entities you bring into your dream life. I wouldn't do this with any kind of chaotic entity, anything that may cause problems, okay? Because not everything is friendly. So in my opinion, I would be careful what spirits you do this method with, but this could be applied, this technology could be applied to any group of spirits. And this technology could work under a more traditional spirit model like I work with, or it could be worked in under a more psychological model because you're working with dreams. So whatever model of magic you work with, the method is effective. Take the sigil of the spirit, any spirit, wave it in the incense smoke, asking it to give you dreams of whatever, place it under your pillow and go to sleep. So, and this method is found in the Divine Kabbalah. Now, for Shem Angel sigils, I actually provide all 72 of the sigils here on my Facebook. I have all of them, the 72 sigils of the Shem HaMephoresh angels, as outlined in Welcome Manuscript 1434. Which is just the French version of Welcome Manuscript 3203. So that's the manuscript number of the Divine Kabbalah. So I have the 72 sigils. Also, I also made a video on how to make a Shem Angel pentacle. So there's more than one way to gain access to the spirits. One is to use the sigils. Another is this idea that the word Shem in Hebrew means name. So Shem, angel, these are angels of the name. Having the name written in Hebrew with the psalm verse in Latin around it is what I like to do. Kind of an old school method similar to what Dr. Rudd used. So if you don't want to use the sigil of the Shem angel, you could also make a Shem angel pentacle. And I made a full video on how to do that. Very simple. Write the name of the angel. It could be in English letters, whatever. Write the name of the angel, and then around it, write the psalm verse. And then wave it in the incense smoke. This will serve as your sigil. Again, just put the name of the angel, psalm verse around it, wave it in the incense smoke, asking the angel to bless you with a dream for whatever. Place it under your pillow and go to sleep. Now, I recommend having a bedside altar. The more preparation that you put into this, the more you get out of it. Like with anything, if you don't really take it seriously, I see what happens. Like, you're not going to get as much as somebody that, I would take a ritual bath, or at least take a nice shower, put on some fresh clothes, or however you sleep. You may sleep in your, birthday suit, whatever. And then, wave the sigil or the pentacle as an alternative in the incense smoke. Place it under your pillow. Now, some people may be afraid to use this method. Some people might be scared of what may happen. And I'm going to put your mind at ease right now. Nobody I've never heard of anybody being hurt in a dream and, getting hurt, coming back, you're fine. The Shem angels are very positive. People almost always, they report like really positive feelings of love and benevolence and peace and inner peace that like surpasses anything that they've ever known. But if anybody has any kind of adverse experiences, which is extremely rare, I've never even heard of it, but if anything like that happens, just stop the method. It's that simple. So I'm going to assuage those fears a little. Nothing bad's it's going to be great and amazing. But if anybody has a negative experience, just stop it. Just stop the method. Just don't do it anymore. It's really that simple. But really, all of us that are engaging in these practices, we are pioneering. Like we are explorers. We're moving beyond. We're stretching the limits a little bit of human experience and what we've known to be part of our experience or even possible for many people. We're stretching the human limits a little bit by engaging in these practices. And yet again, this whole method works whether you believe objectively in these things or, like, I tend to, or if you have more of a psychological approach. Either way it works. So the basic method is sigil of the angel. If you don't have that or don't want to do that, and I put these, by the way, as on my Facebook and on the community section of YouTube. If you're on my YouTube channel, you go to my community section, you'll see the latest Shem angel as it happens. You'll see the Shem angel, you'll see the sigil, everything. So like I said, with this, you don't need planetary hours, you don't need special time of the day, whenever you go to sleep, okay? Sigil of the angel or Shem angel pentacle, wave it in the incense smoke, whatever incense of your choosing. Set it under your pillow and go to sleep. I recommend having a little bedside altar. Now, you do not want to leave candles burning or anything like that burning as you go to sleep. Okay? What I would do is light a little incense, light some candles, take some time to kind of meditate and pray to the angel. Tell the angel really what you want to get out of this dream work, something within its office preferably. Really communicate to the angel, tell it what you want. You've got like your bedside altar. Then I would snuff the candles and put out the incense. You don't want a fire hazard. And then take the pentacle you put in the incense smoke, put it under your pillow and go to sleep. When you wake up, write down your dreams and watch for whatever kind of events may happen in your daily life. Dreams and the sleep state is the other side of life. Life and our dreams, they tend to be reflections in a way. So our dream state is like the other side of things. Many people, some would even argue that every day is a type of life cycle. When we wake up in the morning, that is a birth. We go throughout our day, that's maturity. When the day comes to a close and in the evening we start relaxing, winding down, that's like old age. And then when you go to sleep and you lie down, you appear to die. Basically, you're lying down, your body is still, and you enter into this other world. So you could say that metaphorically speaking, you could say that the daily life is a type of life cycle, and as above, so below. And you could say that the sleep state is the closest to this afterlife state. And also, we could say that dreams, that is the spiritual side, that's the other side. If you sleep 8 hours a day, that's a third of a 24-hour period. 8 hours a day is a third of 24 hours. So if you're 60 years old, that means you've slept for 20 years. 20 years. That's a long time for someone to be asleep. So we need to really kind of bring our awareness and our consciousness into the dream state. And perhaps if we could bring greater awareness into the dream state where most of us are in a daze, maybe it'll help us a little bit to wake up in life. Because we all seem to take the dream for granted. But to be able to wake up in the dream and to be able to have some type of an interaction, whether it be within the mind only, or whether that be a type of doorway to communicate with something beyond us. So the only other thing that's important is that we need to remember our dreams. We need to remember our dreams for this to be effective. It wouldn't be that, it would not be that great to have this like spectacular, you're having all these vivid experiences as you drift off and then you forget the dream. So unless you have some kind of special condition, we all dream every night. All of us dream. You often hear people say, I don't dream. Yeah, you do. It would be very rare for someone to not dream. They'd have to have something wrong with them physically. There's some kind of medical condition. We all dream. It's just that a lot of people, they forget their dreams. And it might be so that we don't have our dream life like interfering in our everyday life, you know? You remember every dream? But there are methods to bring more awareness to dreams. Affirmations are on YouTube. Dream recall. Dream, like recall is to remember. Remember your dreams affirmations, dream recall affirmations. It's free. You can find them on YouTube. And the great thing about affirmations on YouTube is you don't have to do anything. You just listen. Literally by just listening, it's going into the subconscious. It could help you with dream recall. So remember your dream affirmations. There's some awesome ones available on YouTube. There's even free hypnosis on YouTube for helping you to remember your dreams. And then making the practice of writing your dreams down. All these things help us to begin to remember our dreams. And these methods are very effective. They absolutely work. And those that may have a stubborn mind where they still have trouble, just keep listening to the affirmations, keep doing the work. I look at it as like ramming at the entrance to the palace of the king. Just keep ramming at the entrance until you gain access. Keep hitting at the entrance until you gain entrance to the palace of the king. We just keep going like water wears it away at a rock. Keep applying it. So the sleep affirmations, whether they work overnight or not, just keep listening to them. Keep listening to them. Keep doing the dream recall. Keep trying to remember your dreams and write them down. And you will find that you will begin to remember your dreams. You will remember your dreams. And as you work with the Shem angels, you may find that you want to try this method to communicate with other types of entities, other types of beings. And you may begin to use this as a type of gateway to lucid dreams, and then beyond that to like full on out of body experiences. Again, we are stretching our limits a little bit. We are pioneers. We are breaking through the old barriers. We are breaking through a little bit the old gray land to look at the splendorous sunshine beyond the clouds. So we're beginning to peek through a little bit. So we should never diminish the power of our dreams and this wonderful tool, this powerful tool that we need to utilize. It's about using all the ingredients in our life to cook our stew. We want to use all aspects of things. Dreams should not be ignored. We need to start working with our dreams. So we're going to keep working through this method, and I call this cranking up the heat a little bit, because it's one thing saying a prayer and wait for any kind of sensations or looking for stuff. It's very different to come face to face with an angel and you could feel its energy, you can hear its voice, you see it. In the dream state, it's real to you. It appears real, like it could reach out and grab you. So that's why I say we're cranking up the heat a little bit, getting a little intense here. I really want people to work these methods. It's not just talking about things or listening and learning about them. We have to live them. Otherwise, it's like a map. Studying a map and not actually taking the journey. To listen about the methods or talk about the method, listen to the methods and not do them is like standing at a workbench with all your tools and just thinking about the work. And after you thought about the work for a few hours, clocking out and saying, what a wonderful day. No, you have to use your tools. Instead of looking at the map, it's time to go. Learning about these things is useful so much as it gives us our thrusters for liftoff, to go out and have that experience, to expand, to become more than we were before. So that is just a quick video for y'all. I want y'all to try these methods out. Work the method and it'll work on you. You talk about, what you want in life. And it's also self-transformative. It also changes us a little bit. We tend to grow. We may find that we're not the person we were before, or actually we're more who we truly are. We're just no longer stuck in this very limited perspective of who and what we are. So, dream work with the Shem angels. We're going to go a little bit more into this. So, this is just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. It's exciting because we're going to keep using these methods. We're going to keep pushing through. And please let me know how it, when you have your experiences, and you will, as you have your powerful experiences, I want to know, how's the work going. Please let me know. One last thing, since I brought that up, I would not tell anyone about your experiences, especially someone that's kind of skeptical. And that's another topic to bring up. You want to have belief and openness to these possibilities when you have the experience. After the experience, it's good to bring in the logical, that aspect of things. But also, I recommend with any kind of spirit work, you don't bring these up to people that'll try to dismantle or discredit your experiences, because that'll just piss you off and begin to put in the seeds of doubt, which could affect results. Okay, so I wouldn't talk about, and also I always think with interaction with the Shem angels and spirits in general, ask permission before you tell anyone. So I would ask, can I talk about this? Is it okay to talk about this? And whether it's an external being or whether it's a higher knowing part of yourself, I would listen to the response. So just keep a record, keep it private, and keep having these experiences. And without spilling too much, let me know how it's going. How's the work going? So this is just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. We're going deeper and deeper, and it is exciting. But that's it for now, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great one.